Hey, Freddy with CJ Off-Road. We just installed this Rugged Ridge Elite Fast Track windshield light bar kit, and if you're looking for that one thing that will light up the entire trail, this thing is it, and we're going to show you how to install it using our 2016 Jeep Wrangler. This kit comes with heavy-duty aluminum mounts that bolt to the A-pillar that hold 8 round LEDs and 3 13-inch light bars. That's going to be incredibly bright. It also comes with an A-pillar switch pod and wiring harnesses, and we're going to show you how to install it using our 2016 Jeep Wrangler. Tools you'll need for this installation: 3/8 ratchet, 13mm socket, T30 Torx bit, T40 Torx bit, 10mm wrench, 13mm wrench, 2.5mm hex key, 5mm hex key, and basic wiring tools. The very first thing we're going to do is assemble the A-pillar assemblies with the provided hardware. Install 2 of the square nuts into the slot of the A-pillar bracket. Once installed, place 2 screws through the other A-pillar bracket, and then thread the bolts into the square nuts. Once both bolts are tightened, install the very small screw in the top of the assembly. Then repeat the process for the other A-pillar assembly as well. Since our kit came with 8 round LEDs, we're going to put 4 round LEDs on each A-pillar. So we're going to install 4 square nuts. Then a bolt and bracket for each square nut. Then you're going to tighten this bottom one just so it doesn't fall off when you go to install it. Then repeat the same process for the other A-pillar. With the A-pillars assembled, we're going to install the 6 light brackets into the main light bar using 12 square nuts and bolts. Install a half round washer on each side of the bracket. Then put your longer bolts through each washer. Then thread them into the square nuts. We're going to place these brackets so they're facing away from each other, so that way when the light bar is in between the brackets, it's going to be easier to tighten these bolts rather than being in the middle. While we're still at the table, we're going to go ahead and install the light bars on the main bracket. Once you get all 3 lights installed, you can get it centered or set it up however you would like. Then tighten the 2 outside brackets. Then you can do the middle ones. We're going to mount the A-pillar brackets. To do so, remove these 2 T40 Torx bolts right here on the A-pillar. Don't tighten these bolts all the way just yet. You might need some adjustment when you go to install the main bar. We're now going to assemble the round lights we're going to put on the A-pillar. Now it's ready to go on the A-pillar. Put the washer on the bolt, then the lock washer, and then the nut. Because there's 4 lights on this A-pillar, there's a lot of wires running down this bracket, so we had to take the conduit off. If you wanted to keep it on, you would probably have to cut these connectors off. We're not going to do that. We're just going to wire it up just like this and then hook it up to our trail rocker system. You're probably going to want a friend for this, but now it's time to install the main bar onto the A-pillars. For added strength, I'm going to put a square nut right behind this bracket. Then install a bolt right here. As you can see, there's a lot of lights and a lot of wires. This kit does come with an 8-pillar switch pod, which you can wire everything up to. We're not going to install this in this video though, because we already have a separate video on how to install it. We're going to hook our wires up to our trail rocker system, but you can wire it up any way you would like. So here I am, I'm about 8 feet away from our Jeep and about 8 feet away from the wall. Looking at this thing, it's like I'm looking into the sun. These sunglasses aren't doing anything. This is incredibly bright. You'll light up the entire trail when you're out off-roading. This thing will really, really help when you're off-road. Our Rugged Ridge Elite Fast Track windshield light bar is installed. If you're looking for that one thing that will light up the entire trail, this is it. This thing is incredibly bright. Installing's going to take you a couple hours, so give yourself some time for the wiring, and before you know it, you'll be heading off-road.